Hey, what's up guys, it is Card Shuffler 99 here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys two really cool, really visual Rubik's Cube magic tricks today. So, like I said in a previous video where we did 3 pen tricks, we're going to try to give you guys some different looks here and basically teach you guys some different skills. For sure, we're going to try to get you guys some money tricks, some coin tricks. We'll do today Rubik's Cube tricks and really try to add some new things to your repertoire. Obviously, having card tricks is really cool, and being able to do card tricks is really, really cool, especially if you can do it at a high level. However, it's always important that you guys sort of diversify and make sure you guys have different types of tricks ready to go. You don't want to be that type of magician, obviously, especially as you're coming up, who can only do one type of trick. For example, if you can only do like teleportation card tricks, that's kind of a problem. You want to be able to do different types of card tricks, but it's honestly even better when you can mix it up and do different things with Rubik's Cubes and stuff like that. And that's for sure, as a spectator, anybody will want to watch a Rubik's Cube trick, but people sometimes get tired of card tricks. They want to see some different things. They want to see fire. They want to see money. They want to see Rubik's Cubes. And I think Rubik's Cube magic is something new. So I'm going to show you guys two really cool versions. I'm going to show you guys an instant solve and then sort of a card teleportation into a Rubik's Cube. I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. Now, both the tricks I'm going to show you today have been performed by Stephen Brundage. He was the very first Rubik's Cube magician. He performed these on America's Got Talent, so credit to him for these tricks. If you guys have not entered the March giveaway, all you have to do to enter is like this video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment something you like about the channel or this video in the comment section. You will have a chance to win 5 bicycle decks, 5 311 decks, and 5 illusionist decks. So it's a pretty good giveaway this month. 15 decks we're giving away, and it is your choice that you can pick which deck as long as you win. But yeah, let's get straight into the first trick, which is the instant solve. So I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. I'm not actually going to perform it to you guys, but I'll show you guys what you can do with it, okay? So I'm going to come around here. Now, this is the algorithm. So for all you guys out there who know anything about Rubik's Cube algorithms, this is it. Okay, for all of you guys who don't know, I'll give you a quick brief overview, and then I'm just going to like show it to you guys with the actual cube, and you guys can go ahead and replicate this yourself. Okay, now what you're going to do with this cube, okay, you see we have different letters here, so all the different letters represent basically U is up, D is down, left, we got right, we got front, and we got back, right? Now, if there's a number next to it, that just means you're going to do that move twice. And if there's a little line in the top right here, that means prime, which means it's just going in the opposite direction. So if there's no line in the top right corner, so let's say it was just a U, that means up. If there's a little dash in the top, that means up prime. So essentially what's going to happen here is you're going to have the same side of the cube facing you the entire time whenever you're solving this using an algorithm, basically. So what's going to happen here is, let's say you're going to do U. U is essentially, you're going to do the move, so let's say you were looking at the top side, so like this is U right here, right? Now, if you were looking at this side right here directly, you would be moving it clockwise, okay? So if I was looking here, that's going clockwise, right? So this here is U, and then that's U prime. U prime would be going counterclockwise if you were looking at that side directly. Okay, so obviously this would be down, because if I was looking at this side directly, I'd be going clockwise here, right? This is clockwise, so this is down, and then this is counterclockwise, right? This is counterclockwise, so this is down prime. Okay, this is obviously going to be the front side, and then this is the back side. So let me go ahead and just do this for you guys. So this is U prime, down, L2, U, B2, down 2, another B2, another D2, another L, F prime, U, D prime, right, up prime, F2, L, F prime, and then to top it off is B prime. Now what this does right here, as long as you follow it along, this algorithm essentially is going to solve 3 sides of the cube. So you can see here, we got the white, the green, and the orange side. But the other 3 sides are actually scrambled, okay? So this is the sort of setup here. Now, this is known as the instant solve. So what Brundage actually did was he basically shows 3 sides, and then when he flips the cube, essentially, so he's here, he's going to flip the cube, and he shows that it solves just like that. So that's how he did it, okay? Now, obviously, you got to be quick to, once you do the quick solve, you mix up the cube, and then you can actually transition into the next trick I'm going to show you guys. Now, you could also do this one of two ways. So obviously, you're not going to want to have this solved. So what you can do is you can go like this, okay? Like, let's say you have a 3-move combination. So I like to just do these 3 moves right here. As long as you know what the 3 moves are, okay, you could show how the cube is completely mixed up, and then you can bring it back to that without actually showing this to them. So you always want these 3 sides facing them, okay? But as long as you do, let's say you do a 3-move combo, it's not, you can show all sides are mixed up, right? But then you can sort of mix it up, show them the 3 sides, make sure they know that there's no sides mixed up, sort of. And then you can do one of two things. You could either flip it, like you do a little flip like that, and essentially show, hey, it's solved, and then you immediately start mixing it up to show so they don't actually ask for the other 3 sides. You can also cover it. So let's say you're showing the 3 sides here. You can cover it like this and basically just do the flip like that, and then you can sort of come out like that. But it's really up to you how you want to do this. So just make sure you know where the sides are, obviously. So let's say, you got to know this is here, and then you got to know where the other 3 sides are, okay? So you got to be able to go from this position, showing them these, to flipping it around, essentially, to the 3 solved sides underneath the napkin, and then you can show, check it out. It solves itself, and then you can basically go ahead and start mixing it up, and that is that. So now what I'm going to show you guys, so that is the instant solve. I'm going to show you guys now a card to Rubik's Cube application that Stephen Brundage performed. So this is actually a pretty cool way to go about doing this. So what this is essentially this. You can take out a corner, okay? So let's say I was to take out this corner right here. Okay, so I'm going to take out a corner of a cube, okay? Just like that. Now you can see here, the corners actually break up, okay? So the corner here actually breaks apart. So what you can do with this here, as long as you can put this back together, just like that, and then you basically just have to put this back inside the cube. What you can do is you can actually hide a corner, and that's exactly what Stephen Brundage did. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go like that, okay? I'm going to take a card, and I'm going to essentially rip the corner off this card. So I'm going to go ahead and rip the pip off of the card. So I'm just going to rip sort of like a little, part off the pip there. I'm going to ball it up a little bit, roll it up into like a nice, gentle ball. And I'm just going to stick it right inside of the cube there, okay? And what I'm going to do is then I'm going to take it and I'm going to close the cube up, okay? Now, all you have to do is put this back in. Now, it is kind of hard to put back in, but there you go. As you can see there, I put it right back in. All you have to do is remember which corner has the piece in it, right? So in this case, I know it's here. I have the piece torn right there. You can have this piece wherever you want, really. And really all you're doing here essentially, so let's say I'm going to do it like this, okay? What you're going to do here is what I like to do, at least, is I'm going to start with this on the top of the deck, okay? And what I do here is I'm going to do a simple touch force. You can do this, you can do a rift force, you can do any type of force, but obviously they can't see that the corner's torn off. So I'm going to start like this, okay? Where I have the cards just like this, and I'm counting off cards, okay? So now they can no longer see that this card has a corner ripped, and then I'm going to spread on top of it. I'm going to ask them to touch a card. So let's say they touch this card right here. What I do is I'm going to square this up, and what that does is now typically with this force I would go ahead and show them the card, but obviously it's torn off in the corner there. So what you have to do here, okay, is you can do one of two things. You could either, let's say you want to show the card like this, you could show the card like that, but then what you have to do is you have to take it out and you have to essentially pretend like you're tearing the corner off, okay? So you have to make this reasonable. So here, let me give you guys an explanation of how you could go ahead pretending to tear this up. So obviously you're going to have to cover the corner. You're going to have to cover the corner. That's obvious, right? But what you can do is you can start making these fake tear marks, okay? So you actually are sort of tearing it. You can see there I have fake tear mark there, and then now you're just pretending to sort of tear it, and you just have these random tears going down. Now they can hear obviously that you're randomly tearing this card, right? And then you basically just rip it off essentially. Now, that is perfect. This is something that I actually really like doing, is you give the impression that you really tore it, right? You were really making these random tears, even though you don't want to pull this off, obviously, but this gives the impression that, hey, I just tore the card up and I have a piece of the corner in my hand. But the cool thing is you can actually make this piece obviously disappear because you don't actually have a piece in your hand. So what this does, it helps give the impression you actually can tear it to make the sound, and you can easily make it disappear just like that. Then all you have to do is say, hey, do you remember that Rubik's Cube you were holding? Now, they might remember this because maybe you just did that solve earlier. Maybe you did that instant solve. They're going to be like, yeah. Go ahead, you pull the corner out. You break the piece apart. You say, hey, check it out. There's a little piece inside the cube there, right? They're going to go ahead and say, what? They'll go ahead, they'll open it up. And they'll see that it not only matches the card, but it's actually an exact match. That's pretty cool. I think this is a really cool application with the Rubik's Cube. Hope you guys enjoyed those 2 visual Rubik's Cube tricks. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And this is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out.